Hello, good afternoon. My name is Mandi and I'm from Colibri Art and Framing in Morgan Hill, California. And today we're designing a piece for our showroom. This is an olive wood and resin charcuterie board. And we're going to be framing this in a way that it can be both used and displayed. So when you have your company over, you can take it out, put your meat, your cheese, and your condiments to be shown on the board, and then when you're finished using it, it can be cleaned and put back in the frame and displayed on the wall as decor for your kitchen or dining room. I have a few different frames that I've pulled out as a starting point. This is a studio. It's called Plume in taupe. This is also a studio molding called Olea, and this is in pecan. I have a smaller version. And then I have some fun colors that will give us a little exciting pop and will bring out the green in the charcuterie board. Let's start off with the wider frame. See how that looks. The other thing that we're going to need with this frame is a backer. So we need to select a matte color to go behind the board that will help accent the wood grain and bring out the color. So I have a few options. This one is very fun. This one is called Bronzed Maple. I have Evergreen. I have Sand, and I have Sonora. So these are some of our possibilities. We also have fabrics that we could use behind the piece. So this is a nice fabric. And this is a slightly darker option. I think to begin with though, I'm kind of leaning towards the matte boards. I think that for a removable piece, these will have the durability and they're not going to take on as much dust as the fabric would. So let's begin. Let's see what we have. We'll start by putting, I'll take you for a little walk here. I will start we have our charcuterie board. And we have some of our matte colors. Let's start with the Evergreen. That's nice. Then we also have Sonora. And that's nice. Let's try Sand. Sand kind of brings out the wood. That's a good look. However, I'm kind of leaning towards this one. I think the darker brings out the grain of the wood as well as these nice green swirls. So I'm kind of leaning towards that one. Let's see what our frames look like with this. So that's pretty nice. And let's try a thinner frame. Also very nice, but I don't think we have the contrast that we need. We want to have, if we have a darker matte, we need to have another color in between the matte and the frame to give the eye a stopping point. When we're framing, we're either going to extend the piece as far out as we can to the edge of the frame, or we're going to delineate the piece by creating contrast around the edges. So let's see what happens if we bring in our greens. So by itself, this is a nice highlight color, works well with the piece. But the frame itself doesn't contribute too much to the piece until Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see what a different frame looks like. Try our thinner frame. We could do that. And let's go with a wider frame just for fun. That really works with the wood grains in the piece. We talk about using the frame to bring out what's best in this piece, and I would say it's a tough call. We've got some really great color happening here, but we've also got some really nice grain in this olive wood. So to best enhance that, I think this frame is pretty nice. But let's also look at some other options. Got something that's a little more ornate. This is a Bella frame. It's from the Daphne line. And that's quite nice. And we've got our fun laurel leaf pattern. I think this one might be a little too blue. It is. This is a little too blue for this piece. So I think we can, even though this is a wonderful frame, we can probably rule it out for this piece. Then we can go back to our woods. So now the choice is, how wide should our frame be? Because this is a small piece, I don't think we want to go too big in our frame, and we are stacking. So let's try very pretty. And you can see how the darker matte behind brings out the light in the wood as well as the brightness in the colors. I'm kind of leaning towards the larger frame. And I think it'll be more durable for taking the piece in and out and for displaying it. It has a more solid, this has a good solid feel to it. Let's add that green back and see how that looks. Ooh, that's nice. I do like that. I think we have it. I think that may be our design. This piece will be on display. We'll have it in our showroom and on our website very shortly once it's finished. So let's take a look at that. This combo. This mat. And our charcuterie board. I'm really excited to see how this piece turns out. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And I will show you pictures as soon as we get it finished. I would love for you to come visit us. We're at 16020 Caputo Drive in Morgan Hill. And come see the rest of our showroom and meet the rest of our team. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.